Welcome back to my channel. My name is Blair if you're new here, and today we're going to do, I think it's part 3 of the holiday prep series that I was doing, just to kind of share with you the things that I try to do ahead of time to build up to the holiday season. So for the month of October, my 2 major things are to try to finalize a gift list idea plan for who I'm buying for. And then also to finish my sinking funds and figure out my budget for the holidays. So the gift list I usually do on my phone. I use the notes, I think it's the Notes app. And I just kind of write out like the people I know I need to buy for. And I kind of started that even before this month. But that way when I was around people and they maybe mentioned something they wanted, or something that they didn't have, something that maybe they didn't have that they didn't say they wanted, but would make their life easier, I could kind of jot down those ideas as time went on. So when the Christmas shopping season starts, usually around Black Friday for me, I already know what I'm going to be buying, and I can start planning to order those things if I need to, especially because I do ship a lot of things back to my home state to where my family is, but that way I have time to get gifts in, wrap them, and then ship them back out. So the second thing I do is try to finish my sinking funds and my budget. So we're close on the sinking funds. I'm not quite there yet. Hopefully, I think it's next month I have a bonus coming from my job, and I'm hoping that will kind of top off the rest of my sinking funds. Last year, I think my budget or my plan was to do like $500 to $700, which I did do. However, this year I decided to go ahead and plan to save $1,000 because I knew there was holiday decor that I have to replace this year, that like lights that burn out, I need to replace a tree, some bigger items. So because I knew I had to take into account decor, I went with $1,000. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of glad I decided to go that route and that I'm working towards that. Because of inflation, things that I didn't take into account would be the cost of cooking, or not cooking, but baking ingredients. And obviously those are going to be way more expensive this year. So I thought I would just kind of explain my Christmas budget breakdown with that $1,000 just so you have an idea. So the first thing was Christmas cards, which I've already ordered. I got those off of Amazon. That was about $16. And then I know I need about 17 stamps to be able to mail those out. So a book of stamps right now, I guess, is about $12. So I know I need $12 for that. And then I think I'm going to plan to have $100 for the shipping of the gifts that I do mail back home. Decor, I think I've kind of figured out would be maybe $300. That might be more than I need. Because like I said, I'm aiming for Target to hopefully do their same Christmas decor sale that they do every year. On Black Friday, where it's like spend $100 on decor, you get $50 off. So I'm hoping that means I can get everything in my, I might even be able to do it with $100, I'm hoping. But I'm going to plan high and say $300. Baking, in the past, I've been able to manage getting all my baking ingredients for about $100. Because of inflation and the cost of those ingredients being way more expensive this year. And I don't have as much of a stockpile going right now because I've been doing so much baking for videos for you guys this year that I kind of need to restock on some of those major ingredients. So I think I'm going to aim for $200 for that. And then we also have gifts. Gifts, I usually try to aim to stay around $200 at most. I typically set a budget per person that I try to stick with. Because in all honesty, it's not the gift that counts, it's the thought that counts for you getting something for somebody. At least that's how I feel about it. So I usually aim to do like $10 to $15 for gifts that I'm mailing home, because obviously I still have to pay for shipping. And then I might spend a little bit more, like $25 on the people that are close by that I'm going to be spending time with. So $300 is definitely going to be more than I normally do. But again, inflation, I want to account for the possible differences in costs. And then if you know me, when the holiday season hits, it's kind of like on my Christmas bucket list every year that I get every flavor of the Starbucks holiday coffee drinks. So I want to plan to add like $50 to my Starbucks card, just so I have that money ready to go for those coffees that I wouldn't normally buy, because I'm not I am a coffee drinker, don't get me wrong. I have like 2 cups of coffee a day at home, but Starbucks, the fall and the winter is probably the times that I go the most. And then it's just totally random after that, like maybe once every couple months that I actually go to Starbucks. So $50 for that. And so after all of those things, that kind of leaves me like a $22 buffer. It's not huge, but it's something in there. But I feel really good about this budget idea that I came up with, and I'm really hoping that I can achieve it and stay within that realm. I think it's doable. So, but that's pretty much my thought process, I guess, when we get into October. Like, okay, what am I getting for gifts? Just to kind of have a plan, because it helps me to do things quicker and faster, especially with gifts, because people, sometimes you can't always figure out what they want or what you would want to get them. So if you're kind of thinking about it months in advance and start setting aside ideas, that helps. And of course, budgeting is a huge thing for me right now with me trying to pay off debt. Like, you want to have a plan, a budget, and start saving ahead of time, so I'm not like spending money out of my normal budgets that are not necessary. So I've been definitely putting aside the money for this earlier in the year, so I'm ready to go. But hopefully this gives you an idea, maybe a way for you to kind of come up with a game plan, seeing how we're getting closer. It's October. We only got like another month to go before we're going to hit that season. But as always, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope everybody has a blessed day.